Once upon a time, in a beautiful green village surrounded by tall trees and singing birds, there lived a little girl named Zoya. Zoya was just like other children, but her heart carried a very special dream. Every night, she would look up at the stars and whisper, "I wish I had some kind of magic, so I could help everyone in my village." Zoya's heart was pure and full of kindness. She always cared for others. If someone dropped a basket, she picked it up. If a cat was hungry, she gave it milk. If a friend was sad, she cheered them up. Because of her caring nature, everyone in the village loved Zoya deeply. Milky Way, the magical night by the lake. One quiet night, when the moon was glowing brightly in the sky, Zoya went to sit near her favorite spot, the village lake. The cool breeze touched her cheeks, and the moon's reflection danced on the water. Suddenly, the water began to shimmer with a golden light. Zoya's eyes grew wide with wonder. Out of the sparkling waves appeared a tiny fairy, her wings shining like stars. The fairy smiled and said gently, "Zoya, I have heard the wishes of your pure heart. You dream of helping others, and that is why I have come. I want to give you a gift, a magical wand. But remember this, the wand will only shine when you use it for kindness and goodness." With trembling hands, Zoya accepted the wand. It sparkled in her fingers, as if holding a whole new world inside it. Dove the first miracle. The very next morning, Zoya walked through the village. On the path, she saw a small bird lying on the ground with an injured wing. Her heart ached for the little creature. She held up her wand and whispered, "Dear wand, please heal this bird and let it fly again." The wand glowed softly, and a gentle light wrapped around the bird. Within seconds, the bird's wing was healed. It chirped happily and flew into the bright blue sky. Zoya's eyes sparkled with tears of joy. The villagers who saw this were amazed. A little boy shouted, "Wow, Zoya has magic," but an old woman smiled and said, "This is not just magic, it is the reward for her kindness." Seedling the good deeds. From that day on, Zoya used her magical wand to help everyone in the village. She made dry fields green again, fixed broken roofs, and even turned darkness into light during stormy nights. Children gathered around her, singing joyfully, "Zoya, our fairy, Zoya, the queen of kindness." But Zoya always reminded them, "This magic is not mine. It is a gift of love and goodness." Smile with horns, the greedy man. One day, a stranger named Kazim came to the village. He was a greedy and selfish man. When he saw that Zoya had a magical wand, his eyes filled with greed. "If I had that wand," he thought, "I could create gold and treasures for myself. I would never need anyone again." That night, Kazim approached Zoya secretly and said, "Zoya, give me your wand. In return, I will give you a chest full of treasure." But Zoya shook her head kindly and replied, "This wand is not for making gold or treasure. It is only meant to help others. It will never work in your hands." Kazim grew angry and snatched the wand. But as soon as he held it, the wand stopped glowing. It became just an ordinary stick. When Zoya gently took it back, the wand shone brightly again. At that moment, the fairy's voice echoed in the air, "I told you, this wand belongs only to a pure heart. Greed can never light it up." Glowing star, the real magic. The villagers witnessed everything and finally understood the truth. They realized the magic was not inside the wand but inside Zoya's kind and loving heart. Zoya smiled and said, "If we all help one another, we don't need magic. The real power is already in our hearts." The children clapped with joy, and the villagers promised to live with kindness and care for each other. Home, a village full of happiness. As time passed, the village became a place filled with love and harmony. No one stayed hungry. No one felt lonely. People shared their joys and sorrows, and everyone lived like a big family. Whenever Zoya sat by the lake, she could hear the fairy's gentle voice whispering, "Zoya, you have shown the world that kindness is the greatest magic of all." And with that, Zoya's heart shined brighter than her wand. Open book. The moral of the story: this magical tale teaches children that true magic is not in a wand or power, but in kindness and a loving heart. Greed always leaves people empty-handed. When we live with love, care, and honesty, the world itself becomes magical.